Alex Answer here. It's the early morning of November 9th, 2016. For those of you that are new listeners, I predicted the presidency of Donald Trump. And I did it when even members of my own audience were laughing at me and other people on the web that believed the propaganda, the reverse psychology, that Hillary was the real elite selection, the presidential selection for 2016. And I felt with my heart, I felt with my greater senses, and I sensed like something very dark actually coming out of this Trump deception. Bigger than the Obama deception. And seeing how Trump is the Obama for the white right. And now these people are going to be in denial. And like the Obama supporters, they are going to stand behind every action of Donald Trump. They're going to change. They're going to become different people. Some of these people are your friends. So take note. What kind of civil unrest are we going to see in the coming days? What kind of civil unrest is taking place right now? What kind of civil unrest will be taking place tomorrow? See, the government is preparing for this. They've been preparing for this moment, for all different types of people to be rioting. But of course, a lot of the people that support Trump, they seem to be themselves. Angry and upset and protesting because, Clinton was selected. This was their assumption. And I was saying throughout the last few weeks, I don't really think it's actually going to be Clinton. I think they're actually anticipating. People are rising up against the Trump. Now, it's very sad there are so many Trump supporters that will not admit what Trump has actually done. He's marginalized the non-whites of not only in the United States, but around the world. This is actually what is taking place. I'm not a Muslim, but I have a Islamic last name. I have no control over who fucked who before I came out of the womb. But we are actually going back to the dark ages, to where what you look like, whether your beard looks like a beard that stems from the Semitic world or the Arabic world or the Persian world. I've been involved in the alternative media since 2004, 2005. I came to the aid of white off-gridders being kicked off their land, where other so-called patriots didn't have the time to cover that story in Costilla County. So I know what it's like to see beyond the illusions of separation and care for all people. I also know what it's like to walk into the supermarket on those days when I haven't shaved, or, when my hair isn't done like a model, my hair is always looking wild and curly and flowing. But it doesn't look exactly like your average full Caucasian individual's hair. It has a flow to it. Even some people think it's a toupee. It's fucking hair. It's a genetic disposition. Nobody looked at me like this a few years ago as much. Nothing's really changed in me other than the world and the politics and the manufactured terrorism and the manufactured fears. And I think about all those years I was involved in the Ron Paul movement. I think about all those people, though, that don't understand my grievance and other grievances that aren't even at all potentially going to be flagged or profiled in this day and age where Donald Trump has called for racial profiling. The reason why you're going to see massive unrest on a level and why you saw some Trump supporters already is because, and it's not right. It's not right to go around assaulting people, even if they're supporting candidates. They're calling people in overseas countries like Afghanistan and others barbarians, screaming, we're going to go after them. We're going to expand, in reality, the policies of George W. Bush and Barack Obama. And we're going to expand these bombings of these innocent men, women, and children back to the Stone Age. I mean, there is danger coming to the United States from this. That's why I believe that Trump is working with foreign governments to bring down the United States, as Barack Obama was, as Clinton was, as Bush was. This is what our government is doing. Our government is in a self-destructive cycle, and they want the people to hurt each other. That's what this election was about. It was setting American against American. That's what this election was about. No matter who wins, we lose. And so Trump has attacked all these different groups, whether or not he's a racist or whether or not he's a sexist. That's not the point. The man is playing a role. I say in nearly every podcast, these might as well be guild actors. I said it about Barack Obama. I said back in 2008 that was not a real debate between McCain and Obama. Nor was that a real debate in 2012 between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. Nor was that a real debate between Ron Paul and Mitt Romney. And I saw it then, and Ron Paul supporters didn't like it. When I said back then, it doesn't really seem like they're debating. There's something wrong, there's something fishy, there's something up with this presentation. And we never saw any real skirmishes verbally between Ron Paul and Mitt Romney over the real issues. It's like they were actually debating softball issues. And here we are in 2016. Most of this campaign has been about dividing America. And then, of course, a loyal supporter saying that's not what's going on. That's propaganda. That's a Clinton talking point. And every rational argument is turned into a Clinton talking point by the naysayers, by the Trump supporters. They don't realize there are millions of observers of this election that aren't voting for either. By voting for either, you're voting for the war party. You're voting for more millions dead. If you voted for Trump, if you voted for Clinton, you're voting for the military-industrial complex. And like the Obama voters and like the Obama supporters, you're going to be disappointed. But again, like the Obama voters, you are not going to admit that you're disappointed out of ego. You're going to press forward and you're going to defend every fucking thing that Donald Trump does because he is not actually the same soul as Hillary Clinton. He's actually a different soul. He's a male. He's someone different than the body of Hillary Clinton. And they have maintained this propaganda with Alex's help, with the Alex Jones media empire. You want to talk about a man selling his own soul. So not only did I predict World War III following this election, following Trump's election, I don't predict it right away. There's going to be somewhat of a honeymoon. People are going to feel the hangover soon, if not immediately. And things are also going to become much more obvious as to what Trump's intentions are now that he's in power, like Obama. The real Trump will come out. And no matter what he says or what he does, because there is so much ego invested in this, so much emotion, people are going to apologize for anything that Trump does. And like with Obama, if you don't like Obama, you're a racist. You're a racist. We're going to say, what are they going to say if we don't like Trump? That we're a terrorist? This is going to be really interesting, and I'm going to come back with more podcasts. But we see they're getting their manufactured civil unrest through the Trump presidency and the racial divide that will follow.